And hello, YouTube. It's still Monday, May 16th, 2022, 10 o'clock p.m. straight up. And I just had another 3-hour workday. Now, granted, it was pretty much my choice today, and I guess it was pretty much my choice yesterday as well. I pretty much was given the opportunity of take VTO, and granted, I didn't have to take VTO, but if I didn't take it, I was told that they were going to send me over to Fluid because they were closing down my regular section. So that's not my idea of a good time. I hate working over at Fluid with a passion. And it's for several different reasons. The biggest one being that it just seems like when I'm over in that section, you have about half the people just working their ass off really, really hard, like harder than they should have to. And then the other half of the people just literally standing around and staring into space. And I'm not really good at standing around and staring into space while other people are working their ass off, but it gets frustrating being the one that's working my ass off while others are just standing around staring into space. That's the biggest thing. The other reason that I get kind of frustrated when I get stuck working at Fluid is that when I get stuck in the truck, it's really chaotic trying to unload the packages down. Like, in theory, we're supposed to bring these step stools in and climb up and hand the packages down to each other. But when I get stuck in the truck, it just never, ever works that way. I almost always get partnered with somebody who just insists that that's too difficult and just insists on flinging packages down. And it just makes me nervous being around boxes that are falling from a distance that are above my head deliberately. The last time I worked in Fluid, I literally just walked out of the area. And I'm not one to really walk off my post and disappear and wander aimlessly on the clock very often. But I had already kind of expressed my frustration with the fact that I was stuck in there working, and there were people just simply standing around doing nothing, and just I'm just not really happy being in here. Anyway, the other dude was just pulling stuff down like that, and some kind of chemical clean, like it was a case of some kind of chemical cleaner came crashing down, and I don't know what the fuck it was made out of, but the case of whatever burst, and then this liquid was all over the place, and the fumes were a bit much, and of course we're way in the back of a semi-truck trailer, and there's no ventilation in those things at all. So it's bad enough being around spilled noxious chemicals when you've got ventilation in an open space, but to be around it in an area where there's really no ventilation to speak of was just, it was just more than I was. I'm not getting that hazard pay. Fuck it, I'm out of here. Anyway, I did ask if it would be possible for me to just stack pallets for a while, and then my direct supervisor, she's not the one that approves VTO. It's somebody above her. As I mentioned yesterday, there's the light yellow vests, and then there's the dark reddish yellow vests. And I guess VTO needs to be approved by somebody in a dark reddish yellow vest. And my direct supervisor has a light yellow vest, so or orange vest, I guess. I don't know. Shades of yellow and red and orange all look the fucking same to me. Anyway, she's like, well, he's right here once he leaves. You know, I gotta once he leaves, I won't be able to do anything about it. And I'm like, okay, twisted my arm. I'm better get out of here while I still got buses to leave on. And oh, by the way, I'm kind of leisurely walking to the street. I did check the bus app before I left the building, or actually right after I exited the building, before I started recording. Okay, there's a new hole in the gate right there. All right. Thank you, whoever damaged the fence for me. Much appreciated. So I kind of need to focus right here. It's a little trickier in the dark. All right, I'm back on solid ground. What the fuck was that? Some metal something or other down there. Looks like somebody finally picked up that busted up alarm clock that was over here. I was actually thinking about taking it, but it was in really rough shape. It just didn't even feel worth my effort to try to clean it up and use it. And I'm one that'll try to clean up and use most anything electronic if it still seems usable. But yeah, that thing was pretty bashed up. Anyway, what was I saying? I checked the bus app. I had about 20 minutes until my bus, so I'm just kind of leisurely taking my time, walking over to McDowell Road. Oh, that's weird. It looks like there's a vehicle inside the parking ride right now. Kind of curious what's up with that, since the last bus typically drops off there around 6:40 p.m. Oh wow, now there's something random. You know, if I hadn't worked in restaurants when I was younger, I wouldn't have a clue what this is, but it's a dish cart. It's a rather damn nice one too. Plate cart, whatever the hell you call it. And these are basically used for those who've never worked in food service, those are basically used for stacking clean plates in. Basically, you got 5 piles of clean plates go in it, and it's got wheels on it. Move them from the dishwasher to, wherever, around restaurants and banquet halls. God, I haven't seen one of those in like 30 years. I've successfully avoided food service jobs for that long. Not counting bars that sell food, of course, but even in those, I haven't been working in the kitchen. So, whatever the vehicle was inside the parking ride, it's gone. So, this is since I took VTO. I'm yesterday, the hours that I missed, HR fixed it for me, so I was using vacation time. So I'm reasonably sure I'm actually getting paid for those. So I want to say I'm getting paid for a full day of work yesterday, but I'm actually getting paid for a little less than 8 hours yesterday, which is, whatever, it's close enough to a full day of work. But yeah, today, since I accepted VTO, I don't think I have the option of even applying my paid time off hours to it to try to pad my paycheck. Oh, it was a cop over there. Okay. Part of me wants to go over there and ask him what the hell the speed limit is on 79th Avenue here, but I'm well aware it's not posted, and he's not there to do anything about people speeding on 79th anyway. He's there to just kind of keep an eye on the park and ride, and make sure nobody messes with cars that are parked there, which is a good thing. And probably to make sure that there's no squatters or junkies loitering in that particular bus stop, which is great. I wish you'd go around and do that for every bus stop. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to take a chunk out of my paycheck. And to be honest, I'm not as worried about the chunk coming out of my paycheck from going home early today as I am the fact that I'm not accruing additional paid time off and unpaid time. UPT seems to be the metric that Amazon gauges how worthwhile of an employee you are, as opposed to actually, talking to your supervisor and asking, hey, how hard does this guy work when he's here? Is he a slacker? Is he a hard worker? Is he a attentive worker? Has he solved problems on his own without constantly asking for help, kind of thing? Ooh, I need to clean my lens here. Beep. Yeah, not much better. Anyway, yeah, so by the fact that I only work 3 days, whoa, crack in the sidewalk, didn't see it. I only work 3 hours a day. I'm not entirely sure how quickly UPT and PTO accumulate, but I do know that there's actually some people waiting at the stop. I think I'll kick it here at the canal water, or whatever the hell these things are called. Does anybody know what these things are called? So for those who don't know, Phoenix has, and I've mentioned this on many of my blogs before, since the bulk of Phoenix used to be agricultural farmland, especially out here. In fact, there's still some kind of an agricultural field catty-corner from me here. There's still a canal network, although the majority of it is underground now, and hope you all can hear me over the rushing water. But yeah, all over Phoenix we've got these structures that access the underground canals, and they've actually got these, it's locked, but that controls that thing there controls a giant valve to control the flow of water. There's other valves and stuff under there. Anyway, kind of like sitting on these things. I can kind of feel the positive ions coming off of the moving water. It's the urban equivalent of sitting by a stream. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how fast my unpaid time and paid time off accumulates, but I know by working 3 hours versus working 10 hours, I'm certainly not accumulating much today, and that's something I feel I really need to accumulate more of. So, trying to check the bus app right now, see how much longer I got to wait on the bus. So it's 10:14, says it's going to be here at 10:19. And I hate how this app on my other phone opens up at a resolution where I can't see where the hell the bus is. It's on McDowell Road. Of course it's on McDowell Road. McDowell Road and what? '91st. That's about a mile and a half away from me. So I should probably wrap this up. Get over to the bus stop where those other people are waiting for the bus. I wouldn't be surprised if there are other Amazon workers, actually. But anyway, yeah, hopefully I can actually get some sleep tonight. It's not helping me get on my overnight schedule, but I didn't get much sleep during the daytime, so sleep is a good thing whenever I can get it. And I'm thinking I want to start my day early tomorrow. My bus pass is just about expired, so I need to get down to the mental health clinic and get myself a new one. Hopefully it's close enough to the date they'll let me have it. I think I got about 2 or 3 days left on my bus pass. And also, a week ago, I was so fixated on trying to get my damn car back, and in the morning, of course, get my car towed to Rob's, and then him constantly calling me on the phone when he could have just texted me and waking me up, so I wasn't getting adequate sleep. With all that chaos last Monday, a week ago, I totally forgot that I had an appointment with my therapist, and my therapist has been gone, like in the hospital for a long time, and really sucks that I missed that appointment. And I hate to waste her time like that, and I hate that I missed it. So I definitely need to get to the clinic and try to reschedule that, and maybe see her if she's got some free time and get my pass. And the other thing I really need to try to take care of tomorrow is definitely try to get a hold of Rob and find out what the deal is with my car. Didn't return any of my text calls or my text messages. I texted him early in the morning, right after I got home, early this morning, right around the time the sun was coming up. And then I also texted him this afternoon as I was on my way to work on the bus, this early evening, whatever you want to call it, probably about, probably couldn't text him, I would say around 5:30 p.m. And then I also tried to call him and didn't answer his call, left a voicemail. Yeah, he hasn't called or texted back, which is super frustrating. I mean, I at least answer the phone, communicate with me, and be honest. I mean, I could hang with a reply of, "Hey, sorry, Dan, was really busy, didn't have a chance to look at your car today." Like, at least let me know that. Don't leave me in limbo. But since I have a feeling it's going to be a long time again until I get my car back, I think if I can't get a hold of him immediately, I don't know if I should be trying to get a hold of him tomorrow or putting more effort into trying to get a hold of my insurance agent. But I do think I need to go talk to my insurance agent and let her know what has happened and see if it's possible to put a freeze on my insurance policy. I prepaid over $800 for 6 months of insurance, which is just absolutely pissing money in the wind on a vehicle that's not drivable. I mean, my last 6 months policy, I think I only got about 2 months of it on the road, and I feel like the rest of that policy was spent, was just money wasted on a vehicle that wasn't drivable. Which, of course, I kept the policy in force on it because I kept getting told, it'll be done in a week, it'll be done in 2 weeks. But at this point, I pretty much have come to the conclusion that when Rob tells me when the car is going to be done, his word really isn't worth much. And at this point, it's probably easier to deal with my insurance agent, who, as far as I can tell, her word is pretty much gold. So yeah, I need to deal with that. Maybe getting my insurance policy reimbursed, that would put me in a much better place financially. Anyway, I wish I knew something about what was going on with my car. The whole limbo thing is kind of killing me. Anyway, I don't think I have anything positive extra to add to this, so I'm just going to wrap this up and walk over to my bus stop. Thanks for coming with on the walk. Thanks for listening, and thanks for caring.